Hi, it's Enrique from Canine Perspective. We have Bane, a BNT. He's deaf, and we've been using the food for his training. So it's going to be a quick overview of the commands we've been teaching him. So first, I'm going to talk about the working number. So we have connection, perception, and then the working level. Right now, his working level is 36. So to find it, you would start at 5. So connection is when the two contact points are making contact with his neck, and then you'll see a twitch. That lets you know you have connection. For perception, you'll see Bane kind of look around or show that he kind of felt something there. For the working number, there's going to be a greater reaction to this number. He might move around in a quick manner. He might go down. He might move to my left side. That would be the working number. If he's yelping or we get a yelp or like a big, kind of like a panic, we know we're too high and we'll dip down. But right now, the environment is pretty quiet. There are dogs playing on the left of us. So those are just things to take into account. What's your environment? Because depending on the environment, the working number might be higher or might be lower. So right now, I'm going to start at 5. Tap, tap, tap. There's no connection. I don't see any twitching or anything. 10. Tap, tap, tap. 15. Tap, tap. So there's perception. 20. Tap, tap, tap. 25. Tap, tap, tap. 30. Tap, tap, tap. 35. Tap, tap, tap. I'm going to go 38. Tap, tap, tap. 40. Tap, tap. There we go. So that was a much more dramatic response than where I was getting like the 30s and 20s. Tap. So what I did was I just bumped it by 5, gave 3 taps. If I didn't get the response I was looking for, I bumped it. So it was tap, 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 bump at 5, tap, 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 bump at 5. That's how it works for Bane. So you always want to figure out that number before you start your training, like I am doing. I'm figuring out my number, and then I'm going to start with the heel command for Bane. And we're also only using the nick function. There's a command we're going to be using the pager first, then the nick. But for heel, it's just going to be the nick button. And then I also have a pouch of food just to motivate Bane and let him know he's doing the right thing. So for the heel command, Bane is to be at our left side. His right shoulder, here. So right here, his left leg is aligned with his right shoulder is aligned with my left leg. And this is how the heel works. So it's mostly like this. So we have our leash in like a J shape, right where his armpit is. And then I'll have my remote with my left hand. So right here, just gonna fix it like that. So this is perfect right here. If I was feeding with my left hand, I would have the leash and the remote in my right hand, and then feeding with my left. But it's just this is kind of like the setup we have here. So the heel is the walk with me, stay with me, and sit when I stop. So if I take 5 steps, Bane is to take 5 steps with me, and then once I hit that 5th step, I would stop, and then Bane is to stop with me as well. When we were training this, if Bane ever is forging ahead of us, so if his right shoulder passes my left leg, I'm going to do a quick 180 tap, quick 180 and tap until he returns to my left leg. If he's lagging, I'm going to maintain the same speed I have, or I can speed up and then tap until he catches up. And then I will go over the turns after I do a quick review of what the heel would look like. Oh, and then we're doing, so for the heel command, it's going to be very dramatic, like 2 taps on the left leg to let him know, like, heel. And then we'll take it from there. So now he knows he's in heel with those 2 taps. If I speed up, he's with my pace. If I slow down, he's slowed down with me. I come to a stop, and he's in the perfect position right here. So I'll feed that. Tap. He's a little crazy for the food. So I sped up, he sped up with me, I slowed down, he slowed down with me, I came to a stop, he stopped perfectly with my left leg. So tap. And the sit is part of the heel command. I'm not saying sit or anything. Tap. Tap. There we go. Tap, 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 tap. So there's a food right here, although there's food there. He clearly wants it. He's in the heel command, he used to be by my side sitting. I didn't say sit for this part, it's just an automatic sit. So if we were to come to a stop and he didn't sit, tap, 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 and he didn't sit, in the beginning we would use leash pressure up and then tap, but since he's got a good concept of it now, we just give a simple tap. But as you're starting this, you would want to start from the beginning just so it's easily transferable to you, the owner. So you start with the leash up and then tap for the automatic sit. So for the turns, for the left turn and the right turn, we'll do the left turns first. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go on the heel, and I'm going to slow down before I do any turns or any stops. So it's always slowing down. The reason for the slowdown, so here's tap. The reason for the slowdown, tap, is to signal to Bane that there's going to be a change. So if I'm going to come to a stop, but I don't slow down and I maintain a certain speed and I keep going that speed, and I all of a sudden stop, Bane is just going to keep going because there was it was unfair. I didn't give him a chance. If we've been going that speed for like a while, for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and I just stop, he's gonna go ahead. So when we do that slowdown, you can see in his peripherals that there's something's going to happen. It's either going to be a left turn, right turn, slow down, or he doesn't know. So he starts to use the peripherals to watch you, and then once we come to a stop, he'll stop with us. Same thing for the turns. So for the left turn, we use our right knee to lead this way, and it's going to be right, left, and it's just going to be a quick a quick turn, like if there's a sidewalk. We have all this space here, but I will try to mimic how I would do it on the sidewalk. And then, so we're slowing down prior, leading with the right leg. If we slow down for a turn and he doesn't slow down with us, I would just do the quick 180 to the right instead of continuing with the left turn. So tap, tap. So right here, slow down, right, left, right. 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 Slow down. Right, left, right. Right, left, right. I'm going to slow to a stop right here. Good. So he did good on those. I did bump him in the first one right here. Just caught him off guard. But the bumping is fine. He'll learn that he needs to learn to give space. So tap, tap. Very good. So it was very. I want to be very dramatic at first. Really have a oomph with that right leg, and it's going to be very sharp. For the right turns, it's going to be similar to that 180 immediate turn if he's foraging, but we're going to do a slowdown, see if he's paying attention, and then I'm going to extend this left leg and then bounce back on the right leg and then continue with the left. So do that real quick. He's still in the heel, so I won't give that tap in the leg. Slow down. Oh, here. So that he's in the heel. Slow down. Left leg, right leg, left leg. Slow down. Left leg, right leg, left leg. Slow down. Left leg, right leg, left leg. Left, right, left. You slow to a stop. Good. So as I slow down, he slowed down with me. I extended my left leg, and I started turning my body this way. So we've done this a few times to the point where he knows what's going to happen, just like looking at my body. So he started to curve around me, and then that's what we want. So when we do a right turn, he's supposed to follow the left leg, turning with us. So yeah, for those turns, for the stops, the most important thing is to slow down prior. If you're slowing down and he doesn't slow down with you, do a 180 turn and tap, the correctional turn. If he's slowing down, proceed with whatever you were going to continue with. And then that's all for the heel, so tap. For the break command, what we've been doing is 2 taps on Bane. So just like in the middle of the chest or on the side, he's on break. So now he can go potty, run around or do whatever he wants now. But once I give 2 taps on my left leg, he's like back on the clock, back to work with the heel command. With the heel, he's not allowed to smell, mark, or do any other things except just walk with us. It's very strict. So yeah, that's the heel command. We're going to go over the stay command now. So when Bane's in the heel, and then when we come to a stop, so 2 taps on the leg, did a right turn there, and I'm going to slow down to a stop. Good. So right here, Bane is in the heel command. Here, tap, tap. There we go, better. I was correcting the position he was in. So for the stay, so right now we wouldn't say, sit, or you can say down, but right now, if we wanted to stay in this position, right, like right now, we wouldn't say sit because he's already sitting, so we would just do the stay command. Stay is, you don't to not move. So what we're going to do is we wave our hand in front of him, like that, and then we're going to pivot out with the right foot. So I'm going to show how that looks. So pivot out with the right, tap. Now do a little walk around, tap. And then I'll reward this, turn to the side, that. I put him in a heel, slow down, to a stop, good. So it's the waving of the hand, pivoting out the right foot, and then the way I have my leash is like this, in case, so I'm just assuming he's going to make a mistake. So if he's ever to get up, if the butt comes off the ground, it's just up and tap. If his butt is still on the ground, but he's just like kind of like just turning and watching you, we don't correct that. Usually it goes away by itself. He's just very focused. But whenever the butt comes off, it's an up and tap. So the reason why we pivot out with the right foot is because right foot is stay and left foot is heel. In like more advanced training, there's no word said. Well, there's no word said here either, but it's just they're walking left leg and they stop and they go with the right leg and the dog knows that's stay. So we want to help him with like our bodies signaling to him that will come in, or just to help him out. So it's the waving of the hand and then the right foot going out that he knows it's stay. If I continue with the left foot, it'd be a little trouble. It'd be a little harder for him because he's always seeing left leg for heel. So I'll do it one more time. Pivot out the right, tap. And he is a little wet right now because we just gave him a bath. Pause here. Go the other way. Return to his side. Then I reward that. Tap. So we really use this command. So to say he's on break and he goes potty, tap. I would put him in a sitting position, so I'd probably say heel, circle around, and then have him in the auto sit, and then stay. I pivot out the right foot, I pick up the poop, throw it away, return to the side, and continue my walk. We also use the stay command a lot when we're going to like a training walk. So on the training walk, if there's like an alley, we'll do the stay command. We'll pivot out and see if there's any cars coming, return to your side, and then continue with the heel. Another example would be when we're in Menards, or not Menards, Home Depot. When we're in Home Depot, or even our PetSmart 2, when we're in those side aisles and we're gonna go into like the big main aisle, what we'll do is we'll stop at the end of the aisle, do the stay command, pivot out the right, look to see if there's anyone coming or any dogs or any one of those bigger machines or carts. See the coast is clear, return to his side, and then continue with the heel. If you're not in any of those scenarios, or you can just like if you're walking and there's a stoplight and you have to pause, just go ahead and like practice your stay command there. Just do a quick stay, walk around him, return, and then once the light goes to the green, or you can walk, continue with the heel. So that's the stay command. Now we're going to go over the place command. So 2 taps, he's on break now. So place command, right now we're going to be using a lifted dog bed. A lifted dog bed. This is what we've been using for the facility. So once I get the cue place, he's going here and not hop off the dog bed or whatever object I tell him place to. He's not allowed to hop off just the area. If he does, we'll correct it. On the place command, he can do not whatever he wants, but he can stand, he can like lay down, he can sit, he can chew on a bone. He just can't hop off. So right now he's not in a. I didn't tell him to go to a place, but he offered it just because he just wants to treat the food with the reward. But yeah, he can sit down, stand, do whatever he wants. Places just don't hop off the perimeter. If you tell Bane down, or if you do the down command, and we'll talk about that later, then he's not allowed to get up or sit or anything. And then what owners do is they usually go place and then down, just so they can like lay down on place. But then it's not a place command; it's just a down command. And then once they're doing other things, and then the dog sits up and nothing happens, like, oh, I can get up during the down. It's just going to confuse the dog. So we keep it real simple, place, and that's pretty much it. Stays applied. Yeah, I'll show how that would work. So he's already on break, so I'm just going to use the leash to pull him off. So I approach the place command. He's on the heel. I just using the leash to put him in a sit. And what we've been doing is I've been using my right leg and placing it on the place command, and then he'll just shoot there. If he doesn't, I just give a tap, and then he'll flush out, and then pair it with leash pressure. I'm not dragging him or anything, it's just pairing it with leash pressure and then tapping. So once I do that right leg, he'll go in place. And then I reward. So that's a send off. It's just the right leg. He shoots off there, and he's not allowed to hop off. For the duration work, we'll do a little walk around it. I'll do it when he's done finishing his food. So here, I'll do a little walk around. Tap, tap, tap. So right there, 2 paws came off of the placemat. I gave 3 taps, tap, 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 yeah. And then I didn't use any leash pressure, he just back onto the placemat. If he were to get off in the beginning, we would use pair leash with the e-collar, so it'd be pulling him back and then tapping. I would assume he's going to make a mistake, so I would have my arm ready. But by now, it's just a simple tap and pull back up into the placemat. So I'll reward for that for him holding it. He is still to hold it, even though I rewarded him. So I'll reward him again. And then 2 taps, and then he can come off. If he doesn't come off right away, I don't tap him. I just use the leash. So I'm going to increase my distance now. It's just how far I can reach. Honestly, I can't really do it from far away because my foot can't reach. So right now, this is farther than we did before. So there's the foot, no tapping. Tap. I think there's food on there. Tap. There we go. So I've been only practicing it or showing it from that side. At home, if you're using a different dog bed, you would want to start work your way up. So you would want to start almost like 1 and 2 feet, like right here, and just practice this. Keep doing it on all the sides, really close, and then start to increase your distance with all the sides. So here we go. So yeah, so he's on the heel and anything, so I'm just going to pull him off. Right leg. So when you're practicing this at home, what we do is we tether the dog. So we have columns, we have a tether, and then the placement. We'll attach the dog to the column, give them enough leash to make mistakes, but so that we can correct the mistakes so they learn place faster. And then they're already on there for quite a while, a few hours. That's how we've been practicing it. When practicing at home, you can use a dog bed or a towel or even one of these lifted dog beds. So if you have anything you can attach Bane to, just so it's easier for you when you're starting this, that would be good. Or if you want, you can lay down a towel or his bed next to you, put the leash on Bane, give the signal, the right foot to the bed, and then just step on the leash. So let's say you're watching a movie or you're doing like work, homework, or any work on like a laptop. You're at your desk, you put your little mat here, and then attach a leash, step on the leash. If you feel movement or you see him move, it'd be easier because you have the leash already, just in case. But you would tap, tap, tap. If he doesn't, use the leash to guide him, not drag him. We're just using leash pressure and pairing with the e-collar, because the e-collar is doing all the work, not the handler. Not once have I had to use leash pressure or like drag him there. It's all the e-collar. If you plan on having Bane on placemat for, like say 3 hours, you would want to practice for 4 hours, so that 3 hours is not a big deal for him. You don't have to do anything crazy like that, like 1 hour, you can practice for 2 hours, or however you want to do it. This is the easiest command, so owners tend to push it off, kind of like, oh, he knows it, like it's pretty easy for him. But then once like, you know, the day comes where like he needs to know it and like he needs to hold it, he's going to struggle because it hasn't been practiced. And that's the place command. So I get 2 taps, 2 pats on his bottom. Now I'm going to go over the down command. This is just up and tap, right? That's it. So for the down, put him in the heel. Slow down to a stop. So we've been doing a few things. We'll do like the tap. Better. We'll do, so I'll show the first way we've been doing. So we'll have the leash drop, and then we'll step on the leash and bring pressure down from his neck, and then pair it with the e-collar. That's one way, and then we've also been using our left hand so we would have our hand like this in like an angle, like this way, on his shoulders, and then just lightly press down, and then pair it with the remote. Once he feels that pressure on the shoulders, he would usually go down. So what I'll do first is the foot on the leash. So foot on the leash. So I didn't need a tap. That's good. And he is still to hold it. Or that. Good. And then you can practice your duration. Same thing with the stay. Just give a little walk around. So go to the heel. Do it again. Good. 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 Slow to a stop. So now I'm going to do the left hand on the shoulders. So there's no tap there. He just felt it and just immediately went down. I'll do that a few more times. So tap. So right here, tap, 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 tap. Good. And then for the sit command, it would just be leash pressure up and then pair with that with the tap. So leash pressure up, tap, good. Jeez. So right here, tap, good. And then I'll do it one more down with the, so right here, I didn't give a signal for down or anything, so I would correct it. So tap, good. Wait a moment, tap. So now I'll do the left hand on the shoulders. Good. And then break it. And then we'll do the recall, or yeah, we'll do the recall video. So for the recall command, since Bane is deaf, I've been using the pager and then the tap. So the pager is like the Bane comm. So we'll be doing pager, backing up, and then taking 3 to 4 steps back, holding it, and then letting Bane finish the recall. Recall is, you come when called. Bane is to come to just me, like I'm the handler for now, so he'll come to me, and he's to be in like 1 to 2 feet vicinity, and to be in a sitting position, and then he is not to leave my side until break the 2 taps on this 2 pats. Right now we have a 30-foot leash, just to make it as realistic as possible. This isn't realistic to handlers. This is how we taught it, and just the overview part of it. So I will be using the vibrate and then tapping, and then if he's not coming as I'm backing up, that's also another signal to him. Then the leash, I would keep tapping, and then eventually the leash pressure would kick in, and then that will also help him kind of figure out where to go. Because right now, he might be thinking heel, since he's next to Bree, so he might get closer to Bree, but that leash pressure will help him now come to me. If Bane passes me, so if I'm this way and Bane passes, I face Bane and back up and tap, tap, tap until he comes to me. If he goes left, right, wherever, it's always going to be facing Bane and backing up. If he stops halfway, again, continue backing up and tap. Once he sees you backing up, hold the position, let him finish it. If Bane has had a couple, the leg surgeries, right? So we wouldn't want to untangle him if he gets tangled up, but due to being safe and not injuring Bane, we just need to watch the legs, how tangled is it. If it's just one loop around the arm, I try to work through it as much as possible, but if I notice it's wrapped around pretty good, I'll go and unwrap it. Then I am rewarding with food once he completes it. So we'll go ahead and show that. You can go up against all the way to the wall. So right now he's not in a heel, he's not in any command. So I have the long leash, my right hand, my thumb's through the loop. What I'm going to do is press the pager, which is the vibrate function, and then the nip. So it's going to be And there's also no leash pressure right now. So it's going to be pager, tap, 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 and then I hold. So right now, he's going back to his kennel, I think. So when I back up, tap, tap, hold. There we go. And then a reward. Jeez. So tap, tap, good. Tap, 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 good. Then 2 taps or pats. These break. We'll do it again. When starting off with this, we do pair the leash pressure with the tap. So it'd be, you want to hold his collar instead. So then it'd be leash pressure, pager, tap. There we go. So I'll let them figure it out. There we go. No reward. Tap. And break. So the pairing leash pressure was the beginning stages, but we're at the stage where it's just the vibrate function, and then the tap. So pager, tap, tap. 3 steps back, 3 to 4 steps back, hold it. Good. He's right here in front of me. Yeah. Now reward. And break. The reason why we have 2 handlers is just because of this. He wants to stick by me, but to be able to practice something or train something, we have the second handler, a person to create space. So it would be pager, tap, tap, tap. There we go. That was a good one. Great. We'll do 2 more. So it's pager, tap, tap. Good. So tap. Good. Right here, it's a little too far. So right now, what I'm going to do is take a step back, tap, and then he got a lot more closer than before. So break it. All right. So for this one, I'm going to do another exercise with the recall, just to really have it stick with me. So I'm going to do the recall, so pager and tap, backing up, holding it, hold come, or I'll let him finish it. And then from there, I'm going to do, because if we move from recall or after recall, he is to stick with us because he's still in the recall command. So if I call him and he comes to my front, and then I take a step back, he is to keep coming. If I go a right step or a left step, he is to keep following me. If I go forward, it might confuse him because then he's going to think heel, and then it might confuse him. So if I do the recall, he finishes it in the front. If I take a step back and he stays there, I would keep going and tapping until he really sticks. So, pager, tap, tap. So that's good. I face him. Take a step back, tap, hold. Step back, tap, tap. Good. No step back. Tap. Good. Great. We'll do that 2 more times. So the pager, tap, hold. Good. I'm going to take a step to my left. Tap and sit. 1 step backwards. Tap, tap. Good. So break it. Okay. So recall is pager, tap. We always tap after the pager. If we give the pager and Bane starts to come to us before we tap, we would still want to tap because let's say in the future that happens, but you still tap and you've never done this before, you've never tapped late before. He's going to think, oh, I did something wrong, so he's going to go the other way. So whenever you do the pager tap, always it's and you get that confusion, you have to work him through that just so he knows, like, oh, even though I got tapped after the command was given, I'm to still follow through with it. When practicing this, we've done it before. We've taken him to Horner Park. Yeah, we took him to Horner Park. We took him to the big field area in the middle of the baseball fields, and then I would give him the break command, and he'd start running around in circles, and I give the pager. He would look at me, and then I'd tap, and then I would back up, and then he ran with us. That's one way to practice it. Just go to an empty lot or an empty area, let him run free with the 30-foot leash, just so that at the end of the day you're making the command happen with the leash. So that's a one way you can practice it. If he has any drive for birds or squirrels, you can use that to your advantage. Let him chase the squirrels, birds, or whatever he likes chasing, and then give the pager and tap, give the recall. You would only want to practice this, let's say you go to the field, you practice recall, you would only want to do it just a few times and not really drill it out a lot. So go to the field, do it 3 times the next day or whatever, the next time you go to practice recall, do it 1 time, maybe don't do it at all another time, and then just really mix it up. Because if you drill it out too much, and then you go to the field, this field area, or a park, he's not going to want to leave your side because he's like, well, I'm going to just get tapped anyway, so I might as well just stay next to dad and mom. Another reason why this is not realistic is because he's stationary and there's 2 handlers and it's just unrealistic. Usually when people use recall or need recall the most is when the dog's moving. So if Bane is running away and chasing a squirrel, or he's going to hit the street or whatever, they would do the recall. So another exercise we can do, like a 3 for you, would be the recall in motion. So what we would do is Bree would have the leash walking with Bane. While he's walking, I would pager and tap, and then same thing as like the normal recall. Things to expect: Bane might get closer to Bree, like I said before, because he's walking with Bree. He's not in a heel command though. He's just walking with Bree, so he might get closer to Bree. There might be some confusion, but yeah. So we'll show 3 of them. So, pager, tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. So that's why we always want to complete the recall, because if we don't complete it with the sit, he'll check out just like that. So we want to tap. There we go. So, break. So he's walking. Pager. Good. Tap. So he does. Tap and sit. Good. And break. So right there I hit pager, and he gave me that look like, you calling me? And then I continue with the tap as you're always supposed to do. So pager, tap, tap, good. Good. So tap, 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 tap. Oh. Good. And the break. So that's just an example. Bree can be walking, running, whatever. So if you were going to do those exercises, you would want to start with the walking and then work your way up to the running. So how it goes is usually we'll do the stationary recall. Then we'll do, once we see the dog making progress with that, we'll do the walking. Once we see the dog comfortable with that, we'll do the running. Running is usually the most difficult one, but it's important for Bane to be worked through those situations. And that is it. Right? tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. 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 Tap, tap.